Welcome back to the gardens. On this, what I'm going to say is a 1000th video. Not strictly true. I posted two very quick clips earlier today, which really takes me to 1002. There's just some horses that we'd seen. We went out for lunch yesterday, so I thought I'll do an actual bit longer video, show you some changes in the gardens. So this little area here had a tidy out, and as you can see, a new water feature. It's not running at the moment because it has to run with direct sun on the solar panel. So what I've done is I've put some beach glass in there. Gives the impression of movement. It has got a little bit of water in, but not so much at the moment. So we've got the lovely patch of primroses. And then you can see this, which is a work in progress. It will be, these panels will be lifted at some point and sand put underneath to make them much flatter and easier to walk on. They kind of move up and down at the moment. So I had to take out the old path and lay this new path so that it's wider for when we put the wheelie bins back later in the year when we've not got any more frost. So you can just see here. So we've got new fencing. We've got some growth coming through. I've taken out some primroses that just were getting choked and in the wrong spots, so they've come out and been moved. And then we've got the terrace. This is looking like it may have to go in the bin, because unfortunately it's now leaking, so it's kind of perished really over the winter. We've had it since, let's see, we've had it 15 years, and sadly it's resin, so it's not in the best of health. So the decision is maybe get rid, maybe find a way of using it as a planter, but we'll have to see. So the reflection pool's looking tidy. Still got some primroses, some small daffodils out. And this area's looking quite nice. And then as we move over to the sheds, so we've got, which you can't quite see there, so got what I'm calling the fake gate. It's actually a piece of trellis, so I'll put that in. And we've got the fake ivy, because we made the mistake of having real ivy and it took over and got choked. So along here, so we've got down at the bottom left hand corner, got some jasmine in, and then we've got various clematis. And the one that's doing the best, that's the highest of them all, is the Gillian Blades, which has always been in the gardens for several years now. And luckily it's come back. It got very chopped down when we had to paint the fence. Sorry, when we had to paint the shed even. I'd replace the fence. And then this will be winter flowering jasmine, so we've got two kinds of jasmines in. And then looking this way, this channel is awaiting some kind of fence. Now the plan originally was to move some paving slabs, but it's not going to happen now because what I thought was soil down here is not. It's all kinds of old rock, there's cement, there's all sorts. So we're going to look at some alternative, maybe something metal, something plastic, but it will be like a raised bed wall so that all this area then doesn't slip and fall back onto the path. So we've got some tulips, and in this area we did used to have masses and masses of daffodils, but sadly they haven't come the last couple of years, so they've been taken out. So we've got some nice planting. That's a silver hebe, and at the back there we've got aspiria, we've got a white cherry, we've got the large cherry that you can see above here, we've got the white erica, then we've got this area which takes you into the woodland garden. And sadly I looked this morning and there was beautiful old clematis going on here, and while I was doing some gardening the other day, I've managed to, when I was putting this panel in, I managed to cut through it sadly, so that's no longer there now. So I've replaced it with the ivy lights, and at some point when I get to the garden centre, might be able to put in another passion flower or another clematis of some sort. This is the woodland garden, and right at the back, although you can't see, I've now got 3 new Japanese maples. I've got this one doing really well here, then we've got 3 Christmas trees, and just here, which has had a really major prune this morning, we've got the white camellia, and although it was covered in buds, the flowers are quite low down and you were never going to get to see them, so I decided to cloud prune it so you'll see them as they come back and the years progress. Oh. So we're now moving on to the long border. We've got the faux water feature, and here we're going to be getting the bluebells coming out. You can just see two just poking out there, and in no time at all the woodland garden will be covered in bluebells. So we're walking backwards now along the long border. So we've got the burning bush, we've got the yellow tulips, we've got the orange acer or Japanese maple, depending on what you want to call it. Notoriously difficult to grow apparently, but as you can see this one's thriving. We had a gap in the middle, didn't want to put a trellis in, didn't want to have things going through the fence to next door, so I got this off of Timu, and it's a wreath of flowers and vegetation, so that brightens up that spot. And then coming all the way back, I've popped in another jasmine, and then this clematis is quite special because it although obviously it's not in flower yet, it's a bluey purple colour. And then last but not least, this has had a good clear out. Beneath it I had the glass pieces that I've put in to the new water feature, and this has got fake ivy around it, fake lighting, well, ivy lighting, and then this wreath will come out at some point, and then the summer one will go in. So if you've liked this video and you're still watching, then please like, subscribe, tap the little bell for notification of upcoming videos. You can comment, share, tell your friends, and thank you for joining me this far, as this becomes just over my 1000th video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.